Hey everyone, this is Lone and I'm here with another My Hero Academia video because I have been asked a couple of times of you out there to make my top 10 favorite characters of My Hero Academia, and since we don't have any more episodes to watch now until season 3 being released in April, I decided I miss My Hero Academia and want to watch more, but alas, we need to wait, and I decided to make my top 10, or in this case my top 12 favorite characters in My Hero Academia. As well did I decide to make this a little bit more and made my top 4 ships of My Hero Academia and my favorite top 6 quirks, as well my favorite top 3 battles. So this will be a bit longer. If you want to jump to just a certain part of it, there is all link stamps in the comments below. Seriously, it was not easy to make this list because I could make a super big list because there are so many characters I really like in this show, but after a long struggle I got a list of 12 characters that I really do like in certain ways, in one way or another, that I think deserve this spot. Some of you already know a couple of them, some might surprise you in this top 12 list. And we're gonna start right away with number 12, which I actually did cheat a little bit because I put Kyokajiro and Kurogiri as shared 12 because I think both of them are really cool. I really do enjoy their abilities and all that, but I couldn't really decide which one of them would get this spot because it was really hard. So I decided, okay, this is the only case where two sharing the same spot. Number 11 is Toru Hagakure, which I'm seriously, I mean, we don't see much of her, but but the little time she do appear, I think she is a really fun and charming character, even if you don't see her and all that, obviously. But I mean, I wish to see more of her. I mean, you know what I mean, in the show in general. Number 10 is Katsuki Bakugo. Yes, he did appear on my list, and yes, he did appear rather low. I guess many will find like, what? Well, he's not higher up, and the main reason why he is pretty low on the list for me is actually that his bullying nature. I felt that rather hard as myself, being a victim of bullying and things like that. But going through him as a character, I think he has grown quite a bit, and I think he's rather interesting. Angry little fucker, that for sure. So I thought, damn, he deserved to be on this list, at least for me. Number 9 is our second villain, Stain. When I first saw him, I mean, I was like grossed out. I was like, holy shit, this dude is psycho. But damn, I mean, his conviction, his ability, I mean, many may say his quirk is really bad and weak, but honestly I think it's super strong and fitted him perfectly. You could see this character, how he affected so many. I mean, that was really cool to see actually. Number 8, Momo Yaoyorosu. I seriously can't pronounce that name right. I feel so bad, so just Momo. And I'm really happy to see how much she grown with the latest episodes and all that, where she was fighting with Todoroki against Aizawa. And her ability in general, I think it's super cool and all that. And how she cares so much about all others, I think that is really sweet. Because first time I saw, I was, oh man, she's gonna be a cold hard bitch. Now she's a badass fucking bitch that is also kind and caring for her fellow students and all that, and hopefully she will grow really much. Followed with number 7 is Shoto Todoroki. Of course, he needed to appear on this list, and honestly I think he's a real badass motherfucker, that for sure. Consider his abilities insane, and his way of being a bit of an social awkward person with like taking things literally, like, but I'm the hand destroyer, but what? That is pretty fun actually. And of course, seeing how he have struggled with his background and with his father and all that, I think, damn, so I feel bad for him, but I'm happy to see that he's growing so much as he do. Number 6 is Ochako Uraraka, and honestly she is just too freaking adorable. I think she is so cute and love her ability, and she definitely made herself a part of this list when she was fighting Bakugo and was like, holy shit, I was so counting her out. I knew I was expecting her Like, she would go out so easy, like, too bad, I mean. But damn, she showed so much character and growth. I was like, holy supernova, I freaking love her. That was like, damn. Number 5, we find Izuku Midoriya. Honestly, I wasn't expecting to really like him so much as I do. I think he's a really awesome character. He's growing so much, and even if you do that, there is still lots of, I mean, he can't just become super strong, because it will hurt him so freaking bad, consider his one for all hurting him so much. So he need to grow in that way, and how he and Bakugo have worked together as their fight against All Might, that was actually, I really enjoyed that, definitely. Number 4, we find the first teacher, Shota Aizawa. And I mean, Eraserhead, I think he's a really sweet character. I mean, his ability, when I first heard it, it was erasing others' abilities. I was like, holy shit, that's gotta be impossible. I mean, then I learned that there are weaknesses with it, of course, that he can't use it too much either. But he's the kind of character that you know, is an adult teacher that doesn't seem to care, but really do care super much about his students. Like, he's a Kakashi of Naruto, but of Bakugo. Ah, fuck me! Number 3 is All Might. Yes, All Might appear on this list as number 2, because honestly, he is a freaking beast. I mean, as a character, I think he's super cool, and even if he's so freaking powerful, he have his weakness and limits, and seeing how it seemed to go, I'm really worried about how it would go for it. But All Might is, I mean, seeing him as a teacher and a father figure for Deku and all that, as well, and caring for everyone, I mean, I think he's in general a really, I mean, such a powerful character, yet he is so, I'm gonna say, human, and I really like that. I mean, it makes him not an insane character in that sense that he can ruffle stomp anyone, I mean, well, everyone, I mean, and still he have his weaknesses. I mean, that do much for me. I mean, I don't like, that is why I do usually have a problem with Dragon Ball, even if they do lose sometimes, but in general it's like, more martial, more energy. On number 2, we find Tsuyu Asu, or Frog Girl, and honestly, it was, not only that I have loved her design since day 1, but how she have grown and how strong she actually is, and how supportive she has a character and all that. I think she makes an outstanding character, and is easily my favorite female character in the show. And I'm curious to see more of her, and hopefully we see her grow even more. And yes, I generally just see how it will be, because honestly I'm curious more about seeing more Asui and all that. So, and on number 1, of course, we have my favorite boy, Tenya Ida. Yes, he narked the first spot here by a small margin, beating Asui on that. Though, honestly, I mean, Ida was, first when I saw him, I thought it was a cool character. I like his quirk and all that, and thought it was cool, and it was a pretty fun character, but it was a first one of my favorite characters kind of material, but that changed with the arc with Stain. I could feel so much he loved his brother, looked up to him, and see him being hurt like that by Stain. You saw a side of Ida that I never thought you would actually see, and that I thought was really amazing to see how he grown from that. And honestly, that just made me like him even more, and that is why he ended up as my number 1, my favorite character in Boku no Hero Academia at this point, at least. And honestly, even if the list changed, he probably would definitely be one of my top 3 characters of all time in the show, because damn, I think he's a really awesome character, and I hope to see more of him in the future, definitely. So yes, that is my top 12 list of favorite characters in Boku no Hero Academia, and I wish I could make a bigger list, because honestly I love them all so freaking much. Well, not all of them, but most of them is so freaking fun and awesome, and I love the characters, how they are designed, and all of this. But yeah, this is my list from now, and it probably will change in the future a little bit, as it always do. But that we're gonna see in season 3. But now we're gonna jump to my top 4 ships. And for those that doesn't know, ships generally mean that not a boat, but rather pairings of characters in a show. that you like. Maybe like in Bleach you have like Ichigo and Rukia as a ship that ooh, I like them two together, I hope they will be together or something like that. And while I think that is fun, I rarely do actually go in for that, because I usually go, well, but it's canon, okay, they two end up going, okay, we go with that. So I really don't like create my own ships and all that, but I decided to do that now. Create 4, which I find cute and I think fit together, seeing the characters. And some of these might surprise you, some others not. And number 4 is Momo X Todoroki, and honestly, seeing how they work together and all that in the episode with fighting Aizawa and all that, I thought they both grow very well and very much together and all that. And in general, I think, I mean, they kind of counter each other in a way that I find very interesting, and how both, I mean, Momo is very social and all that, she is caring for others, and I think in a way she actually would be a good thing for Todoroki if he would need that kind of thing, because obviously he is a bit of a social damage, so to speak, because of what's happened with his family and all that. And number 3 might upset a couple of people, I can feel that, but after seeing a couple of images from my friends on that on internet and all that, will it be Bakugo X Kirishima? Yes, they are 2 guys, I know, but I think seeing how they are together, honestly, I think they can be a nice little match, and definitely I think many will be surprised or a bit upset, but I don't give a fuck about that. It's just my opinions though, and considering, I mean, how Kirishima is already much looking up to Bakugo for his strength, and if he's someone that in the end can deal with all the blows, it's Kirishima after all. He's super hard, which can be kind of yes, you know what I mean, wink wink nudge nudge. And number 2 we have the pretty much at this point I feel declared little love ship with Deku and Ochako, and honestly I think they are really, I mean, they are so cute together. I mean, they always do like each other. Ochako looking up to Deku for his being so, he's, I mean, able to analyze and thinking so much about what to do, and he looking up to her because she have her own strength and show, especially when fighting Bakugo and all that. And together I think they simply are cute and adorable together like that. And my number 1 ship might surprise even more people, because I took the 2 of my top favorite characters, Tenya Ida and Tsuyu Asui, to 1. So here's my Tsu and Ida ship. The frog and the engine, I decided why not, and the more I think on it, the more I find it actually as rather interesting. I mean, she's not that kind of person that is like in the face, is like Mina Ashido or Ochako or something like that. She's a bit more in the background and emotionally supportive, and I think that is something that matches Ida pretty well, considering that he's more like very strict and he has a hard shell to break, and I think especially after all that happened with Stain and all that, having someone that can be a very good, more emotional supportive and all that, do him very good. So this is my top 4 ships, and I can already feel lots of people hammering the keyboard as if right like impossible. And to that I do say that yes, most of them are probably insane impossible, but this is the idea of ships. You taking characters that you think fit and think are cute together, and there they are. I mean, it's nothing that are set in stone, because the artists need to create it, of course, and whatever he or she writes will be the canon law. But that is why I also find the unnecessary and so stupid of so many that is fighting when it comes to ships. I mean, seriously, if you've been on the internet and seen about ships, please don't fight here about that, and or in internet in general. Someone have a different ship than you, who cares? As long as we all can have a good time, we're here to have a good time, not fucking care about who's fucking who in the end. And yeah. Let's go to the next top list. And my next list is top 6 quirks, and honestly I could make an even longer list because there's so many quirks that is so freaking cool. But damn, I can't make this forever. And I'm gonna start right away with number 3, which is Kurogiri's Dark Vortex, I don't remember the name on it. But honestly, I think that it is such a freaking cool ability, and how it works is in general just really awesome. I mean, how he can use it and how he looks like. I mean, it adds up. I think it's a very cool ability. Seriously, if I had one quirk, that is probably something I would like. Then again, I would be a weird shadow and I could do weird stuff. Oh man, my mind is going places. Number 5 is Tsui with her frog quirk, and honestly, I think in general, I think it's really cool. I mean, first of all, I love frogs. Frogs are amazing animals. It's one reason why I love playing Lucio in Overwatch. Seeing that her ability and how true she is to those abilities, I think is really awesome. And I remember in Marvel there is a character that is the frog. While he's a bit nasty and all that, I thought he was really cool though, because there is something with frogs I like. So yeah, she definitely needed ending up on my favorite quirk list. Number 4 is Ida's engine, and honestly, I think that is so super cool, and that was the first reason why I really fell in love with Ida, because I think his character design is really cool, and his quirk super cool, because the idea of engine and being able to kick like that and run, and I think that is super cool, because I have my own characters I created way back that have something similar, maybe not an engine, but incredible super legs and things like that. And seeing how he do and all of this, especially with his battle with Stain, that was like, holy shit, I love that. That was so cool. Number 3 is All Might's One for All, and honestly, I felt that this must be on this list, because I think it's such a cool, strong power that how it been cultivated from the very first. And how it works. I mean, the idea of it is actually really awesome, and I thought like, damn, that is super cool. And seeing how it works, I mean, I'm curious to see when the day happens when Deku gets all of it and what will happen with him. But damn, that is seriously is one super cool ability. Number 2 is Todoroki's half ice and half fire, and I mean, from the very first time I saw that, I felt like, damn, this guy's gonna be OP as fuck. And he is insane strong, that for sure. While he's not impossible to defeat, definitely not, but he is so powerful. And seeing this ability in action is insane. I freaking love that. But damn, I wish I could see more of that abilities, because it's so freaking cool. And now number 1 on my top 6 quirks is Bakugo's explosion. I mean, even if Bakugo is an asshole and he maybe not be on my top 5 favorite characters, is it definitely a real cool, sweet characters with his quirk. And he reminds me so much about some of my favorite characters, like Soul of Kimble in Fullmetal Alchemist, which is the Mad Bomber. And I think that is something with explosion like that, and how he uses it that is making it so freaking interesting. It's not only explosion, but he uses it in cool ways. He's flying with it, he can make it like a stun grenade, well, flash grenade or something like that, and using it for many different ways, and I think that is really smart and cool to see. And in general, I think like it's just awesome and flashy, just like Todoroki's quirk actually. So yeah, they're both ending up pretty similar on my favorite top spells here. So over to my 4th and last top list, and it's top 3 battles. And honestly, it's really hard to pick, because there's so many cool battles in this show, and damn it, it's part of what makes it Boku no Academia. On my 3rd, I decided on Deku vs Todoroki, because it was a very big, important fight for Todoroki, as well. It was anime-wise, it was so freakishly well done. It was so sick to see, and honestly, it was like, fuck yeah, so epic. And seeing how Deku as well, how he he snapped his fingers so many times, it's fucking hurts just remembering it. But damn, that was an insane battle, and I freaking love it. I've been watching it a couple of times actually afterwards. Number 2, we have All Might versus Nomu, because damn, seeing him sending away Nomu like that was so fucking sweet. It was so satisfying to see. And I think that battle in general was super cool, and it really gave you a feeling on how strong All Might is, but also how weak he is compared to how strong he was. And like, damn, he's really doing everything he can to fight this thing, and Nomu was like, holy shit, bird brain. Damn, that was a really sweet battle, definitely. I think it deserved a spot on my list. And as number one, and probably the battle that I think have defined most characters, is Bakugo and Deku versus All Might. This was a fight that definitely made Deku and Bakugo grow. Even if not together, they definitely got stronger on their own, and yikes, it was a blast to see how they would try to fight All Might. And All Might, of course, if he went full blast, even with those weights, he would definitely destroy it. But seeing how these two characters, especially Bakugo, grew a very lot in that fight, and I thought that was really awesome to see. So yeah, I thought this was a definitely top 1 fight for me. So this is my 4 list of Boku no Hero Academia for now. What do you think? How is your list? What is your favorite, your ships and quirks and all that? I'm a bit curious to hear a little bit of your thoughts, and honestly, as I said, this is my thoughts and opinions, so this doesn't apply to anyone else than me, and if you agree, you do. If you don't, you do. Or don't, I mean. Yeah, you know what I mean. And I will be back though with more Boku no Hero Academia and all that, of course, because I have a couple of other things I want to do and talk about. That will be for later though, so thank you for watching. Remember to comment, share, subscribe, and like for more. It means super much to me. So see you later on, and have a continued super great day.